Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Celia from Celia Self Reflects. Please don't forget, if you enjoy this video, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me over on Instagram on @CeliaSelfReflects. I'll pop the links in the video description below. Wherever today finds you, I hope that you're giving yourself grace. If you've had a great day, then I hope you're acting and you're feeling gratitude. I hope you take those moments to really soak in those good feelings, because often we don't. We're very quick to move on to the next thing. So really soak up those good feelings. If you're not having a good day, give yourself grace. Stop wasting your beautiful energy on making yourself or others wrong, and instead focus right now on what you're responsible for and what can change your mindset, your day, what can make you feel better. But be easy on yourself, okay? Alright, let's get into today's video. So today I wanted to talk about learning to trust in love. I was always very much one of those people who had all of my walls up at all times. And in my mind I was very much, no, you need to earn my trust. And so was very standoffish, was very protective of myself. But also in that was significantly holding myself back. So when I was younger, I was in a relationship where it was kind of like off and on for 10 years. It was a really long time with this particular person. And each time we broke up, because I was so guarded and so protective of myself and not fully being there, every time we broke up I had something to regret, something I could have changed. And so it was easy to find myself being like, oh well, yeah, okay, fair enough, I should have been more this, or I should have been more that. We'd both go away, we'd do a bit of self-discovery, and we'd come back together. And this pattern went on for 10 years. And it wasn't until the last time we broke up, before the time we got back together, and I kind of had this realization that if I was never fully in the relationship, I would always have something to regret. I would always have something where I would think, oh, okay, well I should have loved him more, or I could have cooked more, you know, like whatever it was, I always had something to regret, or something I could have done better. So the last time we got back together, I decided that I was going to fully love and trust him. He had never given me a reason to not trust him. It was just a learned defense that I had. And throughout our relationship, because I was very guarded, because I was quite like codependent, and I didn't understand why he needed friends, you know, like I should be everything. But it was this real, I was acting in fear a lot of the time because I was scared of losing him, scared of doing the wrong thing, scared of whatever, and was giving myself up in order to be in a relationship with this person, but at the cost of myself. And once we got back together this last time and I decided that I was going to 100% love and trust him, I started to see that I wasn't valued in the relationship the way that I thought I was valued previously. I remember saying things that I wanted to do for myself, like I was going to do a fun run, and I was considering going to university and starting my degree, and every time I could think of a positive thing for myself, this person would often degrade that idea. So with the fun run, it was like, oh, why bother? What would you want to do that for? And when it came to university, it was, oh, well, you know, you don't need that, like, you're fine as you are. So it was all these things where I was trying to strive as a person and was being knocked down by this person who I thought loved me. And because in this particular case I went in there with all of my guards down and just trusted, he never once made me feel like, yeah, I shouldn't have trusted him. It wasn't that at all. But I could actually just see my role in the relationship, and that it wasn't healthy, and that it wasn't good for either of us, really, because the more he put me down, the more I felt myself trying to pull away. And so I ended up ending a relationship that I'd been off and on with this person for over 10 years. But I was really secure in ending that relationship. Like, it sucked. You know, like, I really thought I loved this person. and it was a lot of time, but it wasn't good for me, and it was one of the hardest stands that I had to take in my life, was to be like, okay, well, it doesn't matter how much I love you, like, you're not good for me. And I had to stand in that moment and choose myself, which was something that I'd rarely done. There was a lot of other contributing factors in regards to why this relationship didn't work. There was drug abuse, not my own, and often I really had issues with not being chosen first over drugs and all that sort of fun stuff. It was, it was so many ways hideous, but for the longest time, I just didn't see it like that. I just saw it as this person that I loved, and that I was willing to put up with that, at the cost of myself. And that was ideally what the call that I had to make, was to choose myself, because this person wasn't choosing me. But at that moment, although that was the hardest thing, it was really good. Like I said, I'd never really chosen myself before. And there was always this need for someone else to choose me in order to be valid. But actually, no. Like, this time was really powerful, because I was able to choose me, to trust myself. But also I saw the beauty of clarity when it came to just lowering my walls, just allowing trust in a relationship. And it made everything for me really clear, really obvious. And in that case, I could then take a stand. I was young. I was really young. And I was definitely like a chaser. I was a pursuer. And it wasn't even in terms of pursuing. And I didn't really realize that until I met my husband. So my husband is fantastic. And when we first met, he was really pursuing me, which I'd never experienced before. And it was weird, and initially I thought, this guy's a bit clingy, and, I had all these thoughts because it was so foreign for someone to pursue me. I was so used to doing that role. He is supportive and loving. If I think of any wacky plans, he's always right behind me, and he's like, I'll support you, whatever you do. And he's just about facilitating my growth. He's just like, you do you, and he's just happy to watch it. So the stark difference was beautiful. And the way that we're able to communicate with each other is like a game changer. It's so freeing to know that you can go to your partner at any time with concerns or share your inner thoughts and not be scared of them like bailing and getting out of there as fast as possible. I know that early on in our relationship I had some issues with jealousy of some friends of his, and I was able to go to him and just say, just so you know, when you talk to this person or these people, I feel jealous. And that's not to say that I want you to stop talking to these people, but if I get snarky, feel free to tell me. Feel free to be like, pull up yourself, like, this is not, this is not an appropriate response. These genuinely were just good friends, which he communicated often with before he met me. And for me to ask that to stop would be inappropriate. Again, it's just about that trust. I trust him to be honest with me, to be open with me. I trust him to have the friends that he needs to have, and that my jealousy is my own problem. That's something for me to solve. But being able to communicate that with him, I kind of said to him, look, if you end up having a conversation with them, can you just tell me? Because if you don't, my little brain's just going to assume the worst, and that you're trying to hide it, and that something's going on, So by having that open communication, it really helped to settle my inner dialogue, my fears, to realize that my fears are my own problem, but to communicate them with my partner gave him an insight of my thoughts and things like that. So that was super helpful. And so having that trust and that open communication game changer, like complete game changer, and he's a beautiful, beautiful human. I love my husband, and I'm lucky to have him. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful in some way. Please like and subscribe to this video. Also, I've started a little merch website, so I'm just going to be selling t-shirts with React with Love logos on them. Just to, you know, spread the joy, spread the love. So follow the link, it'll be down in the description of the video. Have a wonderful day, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.